I'm Alexander Pezo, and this is Elevate Your Worth. Elevate Your Worth is an empowering podcast and YouTube show. I'll engage with individuals who have wholeheartedly pursued their passion, often against the odds, and have carved out their unique paths to success. Leveraging my diverse background in sports, corporate leadership, entrepreneurship, and design, I look forward to helping individuals tell their story that may never have been heard before. Welcome to Elevate Your Worth. I'm Alexander Pezo, your host. We embrace our personal vibration so that we can educate the next generation. So in today's segment, we are going to talk about some topics that we refer to as how growth is uncomfortable. And when you're looking to grow, it's one of the things my mom used to always say to me, Lord rest her soul, is, Alexander, everyone wants to grow, but growth is uncomfortable. It causes challenges. And there's recently been, as everyone knows, the inauguration as well as MLK Day was January 20th, right? And with Trump's inauguration, we had a lot of individuals, or some individuals, that were in an uproar as to, Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg, Nelly, and countless others that chose to be a part of the inauguration celebration and ceremonies. That being said, it made me think about multiple things. One, the first thing was, do we have a right to be upset for the decision that they made without having knowledge as to why they chose to do so behind closed doors? Was it just for a check? I'd like to think the three of them are established enough that it wasn't about the money and it was something else. But without having that information, I'm not privy to be able to speak to that. The second thing would be, in the Black community, how many of us have aided and abetted the Snoop Doggs, the Rick Rosses, the Nellies? Here's what I mean by that. We go out, we purchase their music, we support different platforms that they're a part of, and oftentimes we put faith in what I refer to as, we put faith in man and not in God. Here's where I'm going with that. We tend to get more disappointed when individuals do things to fail us than we do believing in our provider, our protector, the one that has stood by us and who we pray to when things are not going our way and going astray. We tend to listen more to those individuals than follow in our own heart and our own spirit. In saying so, I feel like we're in a time in 2025 where there's been a changing of the guard, which is to be expected. Some are very happy with the decision, others aren't. But we have to ask ourselves, what did we do to lend to the outcome that's now generating the income, or lack thereof, that's taking place now? Instead of focusing on why Snoop Dogg, why Nelly, why Rick Ross decided to be a part of the inauguration ceremonies, how about we take that time and we focus on our individual growth? One of the things I'm doing in 2025 is really tapping into the areas of opportunity that I have, as opposed to spending my time focusing on what's taking place with others that has no direct effect on anything that takes place in my life, in my home, or with my family. So I just had a quick suggestion as to some things that I think, what I would like to refer to as Pezo's 5 focus areas of personal growth. These are 5 areas that I think if we tap into these and we stop paying attention to the propaganda and all the rhetoric, all the he say, she say that's taken on around us, this may benefit us. So area number 1 is fear of failure. Most of us tend to focus on what's going on with others because we're too afraid to tap into things that we should be doing for ourselves. So acknowledge your fears and take small steps to overcome them, allowing yourself to grow and learn from your experiences. That's number 1. Number 2, loneliness. A lot of us are struggling because we're alone. And although you see a lot of people, I love looking at social media and seeing individuals saying that they don't need a spouse, whether it's the women saying, I don't need a man, are the men saying that they're okay by themselves. No one wants to perish alone. I really think we should find, even if it's nothing more than just an individual that we can have conversation with. No one wants to be alone. Reach out and connect with others, fostering genuine relationships and alleviate feelings of isolation. I think when we're isolated and idle mind with a lot of time, it leads to a whole lot of counterproductive situations. Third thing is self-doubt. It took me some time to work up the courage to shoot my own podcast. Okay. And in doing so, I knew I had to get out of my own way to allow myself to attain the personal growth, not only for myself, but for my family, and to give back to you all because I feel like I have something to offer that we all can learn and grow from. So with self-doubt, build confidence by setting achievable goals and celebrating small victories, gradually reinforcing your self-belief. Believe in you. If you don't believe in anybody else, if no one else believes in you, you got to believe in you. Number 4, financial stress. We're in crucial times. There were a lot of folks when TikTok was shut down, and I don't know what's going on with that. There were a lot of people that was their main source of income. There was their primary source of generating revenue to take care of their homes, to take care of their families, and things of that nature. So figure out ways to relieve financial stress. So educate yourself on financial management and seek advice to alleviate money-related worries and build a secure future. I think that's crucial. In 2025 and beyond, that's something that we should be aspiring to have and working towards to build a better future for our families and ourselves. It starts with us. And last but not least, mental health issues. I have a saying, it's okay not to be okay. We talk about high blood pressure, we talk about cancer, we talk about diabetes, but the leading cause of death in the US is depression and mental illness. So, whether that's finding a friend to speak with, getting a therapist, getting a mediation coach, we all need someone, an outlet that we can have healthy conversations where individuals are not telling us what we want to hear, but they're focused on telling us what we need to hear. So from the mental health piece, prioritize mental well-being by seeking support when needed and practicing self-care to maintain a healthy mindset. That's crucial. In saying that, I have 5 books that I think in different realms that can help all of us, and myself included. Some of these I've read. In fact, all of them I have. I've read 3 out of 5. I have 2 more that I'm working on. So here are the top 5 books that I recommend right now. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Phenomenal book. Number 2, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Number 3, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Number 4, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And number 5, 7 Basic Roots for Every Christian by Larry Olson. These are all 5 phenomenal books. And I think too, we also have to be careful as to what goes up and down our timeline on social media. If we have negativity coming in, negativity is going out. If we have positive things from the time we choose to hop on social media coming in, we're going to have positive things going out. And that's what a lot of us need right now, because there are a lot of things taking place, a lot of things going on that are out of our control. And that's one of the things we need to focus on. Only focus on the things that we can control. The whole Nelly, Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg, that's a different topic for another day. And that's something that they have to live with. That's a decision they made for themselves for whatever reason. And it's not for us. As Bobby Brown used to say back in the day, that's my prerogative. They had the right to decide that's what they wanted to do, and they did it for whatever reason. I'm not here to condemn them. I'm not here to give them big ups and shouts out. I think there would need to be a conversation as to why they made that decision. I'm sure there's something tied to it that most of us won't hear until further down the line. And, in closing, I just wanted to say, You need to follow influential, positive people on every platform. It's okay to follow someone that makes you laugh. Laughter is good for the soul. It lends to more time on your life. But you also have to have individuals that, with their social media presence, that they pour in you the same way you're willing to pour into someone else. So here are 5 individuals, and I'm gonna give you a bonus that I didn't put on here. Here are 5 individuals I think all of us should be following right now. Jude Bernard. Tap into Jude Bernard at Jude Bernard. Tall Guy Tycoon. Tap into the Tall Guy Tycoon. Earn Your Leisure. These guys Troy and Rashad do a phenomenal job with financial literacy. Earn Your Leisure with InvestFest. I've attended InvestFest. It was phenomenal. They do a great job of what they refer to as edutainment. 4, Kendall Flickland. Kendall does a phenomenal job with his wife. They do a great job in terms of marriage, in terms of partnership, in terms of how to grow, build, and scale your home. These are all things that are positive, and they're going to pour into you. And you may not take everything they give you, but you might take 1 or 2 points away that you say, you know what, I'm going to remix that, and I'm going to implement that into our daily routine or our weekly routine at home. And last but not least, Inky Johnson at Inky Johnson Motivates. Inky is unbelievable. Had an opportunity to meet him at an event about 3 or 4 years ago. The guy's as rock solid in person as he is online. But my number one above these 5, who for me is trending every single day, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't watch and see what she posts, and that's Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins, extremely positive. She believes in pouring into you the way she pours into herself. She also helps you to push yourself off that cliff. Take that jump. You know, as Steve Harvey said back in the day, just jump. Mel Robbins is someone you want to tap into because she does a great job with that. In closing, I just want to say this. Focus on growing, building, and scaling yourself. And focus on finding something within your sphere that helps you tap into what you've been fearing to do, that if you can get past that fear, you never know what's waiting on the other side. You know, a lot of the opportunities that you miss are the ones that you don't take. As I like to say, your job is to be the best you that you have the ability to be. And if you're not tapping into that, it's no one's fault but your own. Face your fear, fall forward, and know it's okay not to be okay. I'm Alexander Pezo. This is Elevate Your Worth. Follow me on all socials. I am Alexander Pezo. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM. If you have any topics that you'd love to hear me discuss, I'd love to hear from you. Take care, and until next time, we'll see you.